Alright guys, so we're gonna switch the battery on the 2017 iMac. The battery is no longer holding a charge. It currently says it's at 100%, but it will drop down to 0% and turn off within 5 minutes. I got the replacement battery, and the replacement battery came with the necessary tools. Except for this, I did have this little tool to ply out the back cover. So we just flip the Mac around and we grab the smallest screw, and all we do is take off each one carefully. We're going to try to place them in order, so that way we know if there's longer screws or shorter screws. We don't mistakenly put it back where it's not supposed to be. So I'm going to put them in order at the bottom, and I'm going to work my way up to the top. Okay. All right. Okay, as you can see, we're going to go ahead and start with the top ones now. Right now they all seem to be the same size, but that doesn't matter. We're not going to risk it. There you go. Top one is longer, but that's okay. We're going to put them in order, and at least now we know that the top ones are going to be longer and the bottom ones are going to be shorter. It appears it's going to be the two center ones that are going to be the taller ones. Alright, we have it all set up there. We know the positions, so we went ahead and removed all of them. I had this just in case if the back cover was had some type of clips. Apparently they don't, so the laptop is dirty. We're gonna go ahead and brush it with something, and that's gonna help with maintenance on the laptop to make sure that it keeps running smooth. There's obviously more things we can do, like you know, adding new thermal paste to the actual to the CPU, to the processor, but we're not going to do that today since we don't have those tools or that necessary paste. Now we're going to try to figure out what's the right size. Seems like it's going to be the same size. Alright, there goes the first one. We're going to go ahead and apply the same strategy. This one goes on the left side. Sorry, the right side. This one goes on the left side. And okay. And this one's probably gonna be the medium one. Yes, the medium one. And just like the back plate, the back cover. Oh, I'm sorry for that car. Seems like the two upper screws from the battery, they're going to be bigger ones, therefore they required a different size. Now that we know that these are the two that we're going to use, we're going to go ahead and put those two together. This will come with a clip. All we're going to do is push it back. Alright, there you go. We pushed it back. Now the battery should come right out. Let's just make sure there's no more screws. I do feel some type of resistance there. Okay, I think we're gonna have to take out this too, which is probably where this is gonna come in place. Keep in mind, I've never done this before. This is actually my first time. Alright. Oh, there's another one. So let's go grab the middle one. That's why it's never good to pull that much whenever you're taking apart this type of devices. This is my first time doing it on this type of computer. Alright, we know the two on the bottom, top, and then this one goes in the middle. Okay, now battery's off. There you go, we've removed the battery. So now it's time for us to check and hope and pray that Mercado Libre was right, and it looks like they might be or they might not be, who knows. But according to the item description, I put in the exact same model number, so there shouldn't be any type of mistakes here. No, this type of material, the little pins are very delicate. So at the moment for us to actually try to put it in, we just have to be extra careful. There you go. Apparently we do have the right battery for this. So we're gonna go ahead and put it in. There you go, perfect fit. Now I'm gonna go need to find a brush, so let's go ahead and let's give it a pause real quick. Alright guys, so we're gonna go ahead and proceed because I needed to go get a toothbrush. I'm like I said, I'm not really gonna do a lot of maintenance because of the fact that I don't have the right I would say like the right tools that I need, the right things that I need to clean it out. So I'm just gonna give it a light brushing. And by the way, Carlos, you have an M.2 slot, so there's your M.2. That's really good because those hard drives, they're fast. So you know, we're gonna go ahead and give it a light brushing. That's all we can do. Next time I'll have thermal paste And I'll go ahead and I'll clean it out properly to make sure that the computer is well maintained and you get more life out of it, and you know it just function properly and doesn't give you any headaches. But that'll have to be next time. This is kind of like urgent care for this laptop. So we're gonna go ahead and start by putting back the screws. Let's find the smaller one. All right, here it is. This should actually be magnetic, but there's really no way to trust this. But let's trust it. All right. There you go. First one going in. So it has to be a little bit long. Oh, it's a long one. Okay. So it's gonna be the long one. I'm sorry. I'm not perfect. Alright. We just want to get it in here tight enough. We don't really want to over tighten anything, because that is going to actually cause a problem. If we over tighten, then it doesn't hold tight anymore. It's going to create a big problem. Well, I wouldn't really say big problem. But if they lose thread, there's no need for that. We can just simply do a good job by not over tightening this stuff. Just the fact that I'm able to remember, you know, that the bigger ones went on the top, smaller ones on the bottom, makes it a lot easier. A lot of times when you take something apart, if you're not paying attention, you're not going to do a good job, or you're going to end up messing something up or struggling where there's really no need for you to be struggling. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and remove the protection that actually comes with the new battery. Second one. Here's the third one. Here's the fourth one. Go ahead and give it another little brush. Any little dust that comes out is going to win. You don't want to be rough with it at all. Very gently. There you go. We know everything's good right there. We're going to go ahead and we're going to place the cover back. Man, seems like Apple used to make it really easy for people to just run maintenance on their own devices. There's no way people had a hard time with this simple task. Right, so we put the two big ones in there first. I don't recall if it was a different size here. I think it was. Yeah. Okay, same scenario. We don't want to over tighten because we'll lose thread if we over tighten, and you won't be able to get that back because it's so tiny. So there's no way to put new thread, and you might end up with a loose cover. Just annoying. Might not mess up the functionality of it, but it will make it extremely annoying. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and actually put this back in a way that we're gonna apply pressure evenly. Alright, now let's proceed with the center pieces. Alright. Man, I think my hands are stickier than this little magnet that this screwdriver has, but I am grateful that the person who mailed this battery also gave us this kit for us to be able to put the laptop back together without struggling to find the right tool or having to buy anything additional. So it's pretty much a kit that will help you do everything all together. Alright, we're almost done. Just one more, baby. One more. Alright, no more screws. Nothing left. Tools are here. Now we're going to go ahead and see if there's any instructions here on how to use the battery. It says, please do not squeeze or stab the battery. Please store battery between 0 to 45 degrees Celsius. Before first use, please fully discharge the battery and then fully recharge and discharge 2 cycles once battery is no power. It must be charged immediately and keep it recharged regularly. After the battery is installed in the laptop, please insert the adapter to activate the battery first and then start the laptop. Otherwise, the laptop will not start normally. Okay, so we have to go inside, install the adapter, connect the charger to it, I guess that's what they call the adapter, and then turn it on. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. But as far as replacing the battery is replaced. I will go ahead and update you right now and show you what the battery reads. There you go, there you have it. It's a 2017 MacBook.